So here's one of the things I want to talk about. As Toys R Us is leaving, they are, bankrupts, going bankrupt and everything at that point. I've talked about it before. Now we kind of have another toy company coming back into the mix. As you would have thought, toy companies altogether would probably be going down. Kids getting electronics and playing with more of electronics and video games and everything kind of all in between, where toys you would think are on the downside. Well, they're really not. They're here to stay. Mattel and Hasbro, obviously the two biggest toy companies, they're not going anywhere. They have a lot of, their hands are in a lot of pots. There's a lot of kids that still buy toys, even if it's from very young kids to adults. There's a lot of action figures and figures out there that a lot of people do buy. So with all that being said, KB Toys is coming back. KB Toys, the toy company from the 90s, from the 80s, I don't know when they started. I really have no idea. It's just, I remember going with my mother to KB Toys, standing in line for a Furby. And the line was ridiculous. It was so long through the mall. It was not even funny. And we're standing in line to get a Furby. And I think we had a little ball, and that ball gave us a number, and we went in, we got it. And I think we were getting two. One for, I think, me for Christmas, and one for my cousin for Christmas. So they're coming back. KB Toys. Me personally, I remember them as a kid. I remember going through that store and seeing all the stuff they have. So kind of going through some of the stuff that they stated they're going to have out. They're going to release 1,000 stores before Black Friday and the holiday season this year. Not next year, not 2020, not 21, 2018. Yeah, it's March. It's the end of March. But they're going to release them this year. So over 1,000 locations. Now, the company that owns KB Toys, rights, name, that whole shebang there, bought KB Toys off of Toys R Us for a little over $6 billion. That's crazy. The company that is now going out of business, I mean, they're kind of staying, are they? I mean, well. So the whole thing about it is, since they're going to open up 1,000 stores, what my real problem with it is, the CEO, he has gone to the big retailers of the specialty holiday shops, the ones you see pop up during the holidays. Real big one, Spirit. Spirit's owned by Spencer's. So they went to talk to Spirit about some of these locations, some of these stores, and where to open one up at. Now, it did state in the article that I read, if the ones that are the most profitable are the ones that's going to stay open, okay, cool. I have a very strange, weird feeling that they're going to be pop-up stores for just the holiday season. I don't want that. I think that would be very, very dumb, to be honest with you. Now, granted, they make a lot of money with those holiday pop-up shops. Spirit, for instance, is one of the largest out of that bunch, and they make a killing. A killing. It's ridiculous the amount of money they make. So, is it good for Toys R Us to kind of come back? I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens. I don't play with toys, but I actually collect some certain things that I do have. So I would like to see KB Toys come back. Obviously, they're going to have to rework in some of the newer stuff they have. Towards the end, they started having more video games and things along those lines. So maybe if they did work in that. One of the other things I heard about is they're going to revolutionize the way you buy from a brick and mortar versus online. Now, that's the key there. With also Toys R Us closing, Walmart and Target also announced that they're going to up their line of toys. That's kind of a killer for KB Toys already in the water at that point. So, can it hurt them? Yeah, for sure. I know it can hurt them. But they can definitely do it. They can definitely go through and put out all those stores and see how it's going to work. And hopefully, I really hope for the best. One of the reasons why I really want it to work, and I think it's going to work, is when I went into Toys R Us, when they stated that they were closing, kind of going through my sales rant that I had, there were so many people in there. So many people. Now, I know a lot of people are using up gift cards and trying to get rid of that stuff. Okay, get you. But that was a lot of freaking people. A lot of people, and those shelves were empty. So, for someone or anyone to tell me that people aren't buying toys, you're wrong. You're really, really wrong. People are buying toys. People are going out and they're buying this stuff for their children, maybe themselves. I have no idea. I know board games are becoming a lot more popular. People around my age are actually starting to go through and play with board games. I play with board games all the time. I love it. I think it's a fun, interactive way to bring people together. Plus, you can create your own really way to it. You know, the old school board game of Monopoly. There's all kinds of stuff. There's so many new stuff. Exploding Kittens. That one's pretty funny. I actually picked mine up at Goodwill for $2. Besides that, so KB Toys coming back, opening up 1,000 locations. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what they do with the locations that they're going to have open. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Let's just hope that they're not just going to be those pop-up locations for the holiday season. That is my worry. I hope they don't do that. On that note, make sure you go through and you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel so I can have more of these rants and you can hear everything that I have. Take care.